In business, one of the worst things that could ever happen is you build a great business, you build a great organization, customers love your products and services, they recognize your brand, and then you find out you can't legally protect your business name or your logo or the brand that you've been building for years. The answer is you need to take inventory of your trademarks, register your trademarks with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and we're going to discuss how. Starting with the basics, your trademarks, they're everything used to identify your business. It's your business name, your logo, and even the names you may be using to identify products you sell, services that you offer. Now, your business name needs to be unique to you. It can't be descriptive of the products you sell or services that you provide. Your logo should be designed for you, not something that's copied off the internet. These are unique assets. Remember, you're building your business around it, right? So now you've built your business, or you are building your business, or even if you're considering franchising your business right now, take inventory. What are those key assets? And keep in mind, right, when we're protecting trademarks, there's a couple of types or different types. There's a word mark, and using Nike as an example, the word mark is the name Nike. In the same way, it's your business name. And if you'll note, the word Nike is not descriptive of sneakers, right? It's not Sneaker Co., it's Nike. Logo marks, well, in this case, it's the swoosh logo. And a combination, well, it's the Nike name and the swoosh logo. So use that to evaluate some of your trademarks, your business name, your logo, and even a combination of the two. Now, how are trademarks protected, or what creates trademark protection? Well, there's two things. Just when you open up a business, when you put that sign outside, when you use your business name, your logo, it's possible you obtain automatic protection, or we call it common law trademark protection. And what happens? You operate your business, people start associating your business with your business name, your logo. You sort of inherit rights, right? Theoretically, someone can't open up right next door to you with the exact same name. But here's a warning. Even though that protection happens, it's extremely limited. And it can be superseded by someone who registers the exact same name with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So the key here is you want to protect your trademarks by obtaining registration with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. That's how you're going to make sure your mark is protected throughout the United States, and it's the strongest form of protection. You've probably seen, whether on websites or on products, someone will use their business name or product name and they'll put the TM symbol or the honor circle symbol. What does that mean? TM just means, hey, I claim protection to this word, sort of like a common law trademark, whereas the honor circle is used only if that trademark is registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. What's your goal? Your goal should be that all of your marks should have that honor circle right after them. Why? Because we want them registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, right? That's the goal. And until you do obtain registration, while your application's pending, put the TM symbol. That means you're claiming protection. So what's involved, especially in the franchise space, and really even with brands that are growing or going through mergers and acquisitions, or just want to open new locations in different states or counties, the most disappointing thing that could ever happen is telling someone, hey, you may not be able to expand because you don't have a registered trademark, and where you want to open up, someone is using that mark already, or they have superior rights. And so in the United States, the way we afford legal protection to trademarks is through the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which we call the USPTO. When the USPTO grants registration of a mark, that affords a significant amount of protection, and not just in the location where you're operating, but throughout the United States. Now, there's exceptions to the protection. For example, if I get registered today with my trademark, but someone in, say, Kentucky has been using the exact same mark prior to my registration or prior to my application for registration, well, that person's going to be able to continue to use their trademark. With the one exception, they can't expand, right? So registration basically freezes out the whole country. When you register your trademarks, the country is frozen. Anyone who is using the mark prior to your application and prior to your registration, well, they could probably continue to use it, but they can't expand out of their current locations or out of their territories. And you could expand throughout the nation. So trademark registration is critical. What are the steps involved? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to work with your attorney. We're going to review your trademark. What does this mean? Well, if you go right now to United States Patent and Trademark Office, you go to USPTO.gov, you can actually do a trademark search on your own. And you'll find out if there are conflicting marks or people with the same name. So what's going to happen? You're going to work with your trademark attorney. He or she's going to go over your trademarks, your logo, your business name. They're going to ask you questions about when was the date that you first used your mark in commerce. Really, when did you open up your doors? What products or services are you using to identify these marks? And they're going to ask you for samples. What they're going to do next is they're going to search the database for the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So what would we be looking for? Well, using Nike as an example, assuming Nike wasn't a famous name, we'd be doing a search with the word Nike or Nike sneakers. Does another company have the registered name Nike, right? If they do, that could be a direct conflict. So your attorney's going to do a preliminary search. They're going to check if they see any conflicts. Depending on what that preliminary search shows, we may recommend a more detailed search, or we may say, hey, let's just file your application with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So what will happen is we're going to submit samples of what your mark looks like, your business name, and we're going to let the United States Patent and Trademark Office know, one, when we first use this mark in business, right? So that first use is important. What products or services or categories of products and services are we using this mark on, right? So that's an important part. We file a trademark application with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And from there, what happens next usually takes about 3 months or 6 months. The USPTO is going to assign one of their examining attorneys. And the examining attorney, he or she, is going to go through your trademark application, is going to search the USPTO database to see if they see any conflicting marks, and then provide a response to your attorney. Now, some of the responses or things we'd have to look out for. If the examining attorney found a conflicting mark, then we're going to receive a notice of, the following conflicts. And, maybe they're in a similar category of services or products. If the names are very close, they don't need to be identical, but if they're similar. Or the examining attorney may say the name that we're trying to register is too descriptive, in which case we'll be evaluating your marks. Ultimately, after you get through the process, after an examining attorney approves registration, your mark gets published in official publication of the government. And if no one objects to your registration, you obtain registration with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The entire process itself takes about 1 year, right? From when your application goes in to review by the examining attorney, response to any comments by the examining attorney, and ultimately registration. Now, the key here is you need registration of your trademarks to protect them. Consider if you're selling your business, you need registration, and the process is going to take about 1 year. Now, a question comes up often. What if another business is using your name, right? Or a name that's confusingly similar? Well, the answer is it depends. If your trademark is registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and if the person that's using your name first opened up their business after your date of registration, well, you could stop them. Now, if your mark is not registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, it becomes a lot more difficult. So there's so many exceptions to this, and it goes beyond this video. But the key takeaways here, you need to register your trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. It's a simple, straightforward process, right? Without registration, you could be in a situation where years from now, you wake up, your business is thriving, and you find out you don't have protection of your trademarks.